Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Midgard Golf. And part 2 of this two-part series out here at Pine Creek in Colorado Springs, Colorado. So we're out here on the 10th hole, relatively short, par 4. So hard dog leg to the right. As you can see, those trees on the right guard you from trying to hit it towards the green right off the bat. You've got a sliver of fairway visible up there, but not much. It's a really dangerous play. So the safe play, this will play about 100 and, you know, if you're going to take the right line, which is optimal, which is where those gents are down there that you can see in the cart right now. Yeah, I mean, you could take up to a 200-yard club going down there, but if you're just going to shoot for the 150 flag stick straight out, then something like a 160 club would be optimal from these here white tee boxes. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a 9-iron and float it out there, and if I put some draw on it, I should be very safe, as it's a lateral fairway. And if I leave it out to the right, well, that's optimal. That's what I want to do. But if it goes left, that should be just fine. It'll just be a longer shot on the green. So let's get up there, take a whack, and see what happens. Alright everybody, welcome back, and here we are on the 11th hole. Nice to start out with a par for that back 9 there. It's actually a tough hole. That might be the first time I've ever parred that hole. I usually screw that hole up because I'm afraid to go for it. And so I don't. And so I miss the green, but I haven't hit the green, so that was nice. But that drive was pretty picture perfect, right on the 150 marker. But anyway, this hole, 11th hole. So, fair to middling, par 4. It's about 365 or so to get on the front of the green from these tee boxes. So I'm taking driver. You don't want to miss either side here, though. You really want to try to pipe one best you can. And if you do have to miss, then you definitely want to miss left and try to bounce off the hill to the left there. Because missing too far to the right, that is just straight up gone. So yeah, anyway, driver, try to keep it middle or left. And yeah, that's the play. Let's get up there and check it out. All right, welcome back, everybody. Starting the back nine off right. 2 pars back to back. Looking quite like the front nine. Hopefully we can shoot a couple shots better. But anyway, here we are, 12th hole, par 5. 500 yards to get on, hard dog leg to the left from the tee box here. So the goal is, if you're hitting driver, which I am, you want to put some draw on it, okay? I mean, take it right over this little hill that's directly in front of us and then draw it over that. And you should be in a good position. If not, if you're just going straight out into the fairway, driver's probably going to be too long for you. And yeah, you're going to want to play that first shot as like a position shot, and then take, you know, a big second shot, play it as a 3-shot hole. But me, I'm going to play driver, take it straight over this hill, straight in front of us, and yeah, see if I can't put some draw ski on it, because that's pretty much the only thing you can do here with the driver. So I'm not going to hit it hard just in case I miss. But I'm definitely going to try to put that that forearm turn on it to give it that pretty right to left flight. So let's get up there and check it out. Alright, welcome back everybody, and here we are on the 13th hole. So, we're par 3, 165 to get there, over this big old gully. So yeah, taking a 9-iron at it. That should be about the right stick for me. And yeah, try to plop it on the green. Obviously you don't want to miss left. Left is trash, right is in play. So yeah, if you're gonna miss it, fade it out there. But, so yeah, that's what we're gonna try to do. Stick one and yep. Try to see if we can clean up a bird here. That'd be really cool. But par 3s, you know that. Yeah, par 3s and me are nemesis. So I'll be happy with a par if I get that. Let's check it out. So welcome back. Here we are at 14. What a miraculous up and down it was on 13. Holy criminy. Not a great, not an excellent drive. Just flew the green a bit, chipped it down. Not an excellent chip, but man, to drain that like 25 footer or something, that was, and the toilet bowl drain it like that, that was something. But anyway, okay, so here we are. This is short par 4 here, so only about 265 from where I stand to get on the front of the screen. And it's a hard dog leg left, so the play is, if you want to hit driver, you kind of got to carry the junk on the left and go that way. If you're going to hit straight forward, it's probably going to be too long of a shot. So I think I'm really just going to go ahead and hit, well, I don't know. Every time I play driver on this hole, I kind of screw it up. So I think I'm just going to play like a 6 iron, honestly. And just keep it out there, try to put a little bit of draw on it, keep it to the left side of the fairway, and then have myself what should be a pretty nice, easy, like 120 yard shot in. So yeah, let's check it out. I have seen people drive this green though. So if you come out here and you want to give it a shot, I mean, yeah, going over these trees over there that you can see off to the left, especially from the further back tee boxes that are a little more elevated, gives you a chance to go for it in one. But I mean, you really got to rip one to do it. But anyway, I'm not trying that. So yep, let's get up there and check it out. Welcome back everybody to number 15. Big par 5, dogleg right. So yeah, you definitely, I mean, to get there in 2 on this hole pretty much takes an act of God. It's pretty nuts. If you see that tree all the way over, well actually, yeah, kind of on the right side of the fairway. So if you drive too far, that tree's going to be in your way to attack the green. It's like right in the middle of the screen really right now. But way out there in the distance. But if you stay short of it, then you're going to have a really, really long hit to try to get on in 2. So, I mean, this is really a 3-shot hole. So, fun fact, I've actually eagled this hole before, a long time ago. This is the only hole that I've ever holed out from over 100 yards. So, 107 from that bunker way up there that you can kind of see on the screen here, straight up the middle. But anyway, so that was like the highlight eagle of my life thus far. Am I going to hit that today? Yeah, probably not, but let's be honest. But anyway, so super slim fairway here. You definitely want to keep it left. You go right, you're in the trash. Well, let me tell you. Unless you hit just a frozen rope down the right line. So if you're going to shape it at all, shape it to the left. Yeah, and then after that, the second shot is probably going to be a layup shot around the corner for a nice easy, somewhere around 100 or less yard approach to get on this green. So, driver in hand. Yeah, gonna hit driver real light. Just, you know, nothing crazy. Just poke it out there. And yeah, let's check it out. Alright everybody, so here we are, welcome back to 16. That was an unfortunate bogey on the last hole. Here I was, talking all kinds of smack. Yeah, I've eagled this hole before, and then what do I do today? Bogey it. God, well, that's golf for you, I guess, right? Anyway, here we are. So, par 3, about $124 to get on the front here, and about $140 to get to the middle. So I'm taking the gap wedge to float up there. You obviously don't want to miss left. Left is a lake, and yeah, missing right. If you miss right and short, there's a bunker there that's going to catch your ball. If you go over that bunker, then there's a little bit of rough on the other side of that bunker that will catch it. So definitely the good miss is right. If you go a little long, then there's backboard support back there, so you'll be all right with that. And yeah, so that's the plan. So let's get up there, take it a whack, and check it out. Alright everybody, welcome back, and here we are on number 17. So, yeah, I'm too bad about that bogey there on 16. Man, it was such a good chip too. I thought I had a good chance to get up and down. I missed it by an inch. That was terrible. But, oh well, what are you going to do? Let's try to par one of these and get into those 70s. I've never shot in the 70s on this course, so that'd be cool. Now, granted, okay, I'm only playing it at like almost 5,900 yards today, so yeah, I'm playing it pretty short, but no warm-up, so it kind of evens out, I think, right? But yeah, anyway, yeah, I'm shooting pretty good today, I would say, for Pine Creek here. This is not an easy course. But anyway, this hole, straight uphill, dogleg left. So yeah, you can see the 150 marker, I think, right out in the middle of the fairway there, straight forward. So yeah, that's kind of the play, really. You just keep it there. I honestly, I broke my tee on 15, my brush tee, my tall jumbo one, so I'm hitting off of my shorter brush tee for driver. So hopefully this turns out well. We're gonna find out. It might turn out real well. Who knows? But yeah, so this is gonna be a weird shot. But I mean, I got half a mind to just hit 2-iron here and just, you know, smack one out there, keep it in nice and easy. But I'm not going to. I'm gonna hit driver anyway. So anyway, yep, we'll give it a rip and check it out. Oh yeah, baby. So that was a blind approach shot. Had no idea where it went and made it on the green. So, and before I take this shot, I just want to take a minute and show you this view. Kind of cloud covered today, but there's Cheyenne Mountain up over there. Yeah. And then Pikes Peak right there. Yeah. So just, I mean, the views out here are pretty breathtaking. Definitely can't take away from that. So let's set up and see if we can't make this birdie putt. That'd be nice, or at least clean up a par. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for the 18th and final hole of this second part of this two-part series out here at Pine Creek Golf Course, whatever, in Colorado Springs, Colorado. So yeah, this downhill par 4 is just absolutely beautiful. This is one of my favorite finishing holes in Colorado. So yeah, downward sloping fairway, and then just past the 150 marker at the end of the ridge there, if you keep it left of that, it goes really downhill, and there's a chance to get a really long drive. Now, I have driven this green before. It takes a heck of a drive to get there, but it's doable. I have done it before. I'm not going to try to do it today, so I doubt I'm getting the power into it, just because I'm not ripping it that hard. I just want to keep it in play and finish up this round nicely after that birdie on 17th. I have never birdied that 17th hole there. That was crazy for that one putt after a blind approach shot to green it. That was, I mean, let's be honest, that was straight luck. It was all luck. I couldn't see the green, and then I had a long putt that, yeah, only a slim chance to make it, and I pulled them both off. So that was after a fair to middling drive there. So anyway, that was super cool. I'm super stoked about that. So I just want to finish up the day without a bogey, and try to keep this round in the 70s. That would be amazing. Like I said, I've never shot in the 70s out here before, so if I can pull it off today, that will be a real treat. So anyway, driver, I'm half tempted not to hit driver. I mean, you really don't have to. If you get to that 150 marker, you can easily put a pitching wedge, well, you know, your 150 club, whatever it is, onto that green. But I'm gonna hit driver anyway, and just try to keep it left, and yeah, get into a good position for a good approach shot. Let's check it out. Well, hey everybody, welcome back. And here's the end of part 2 of our two-part series out there at Pine Creek in Colorado Springs, Colorado. So yeah, pretty awesome round today. Shooting that 38 on the back nine for a total of 78. That's definitely the best I've ever played out at Pine Creek. And yeah, the greens being a little bit slower today definitely helped me out. Yep. Drain a few putts. Draining that putt on 17, man, I tell you, I got to be honest with you, 17 is usually my least favorite hole on the course, just because I never play it right. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that I always end up leaving it out to the right. I don't know why, no matter how much I try to put it out to the left. I mean, if I really, just focus on, all right, wrap this one hard, yeah, I'll hit one left on command as often as I want. Problem is, it's going to go way left, and on that hole, way left is in the houses. So yeah, better to leave it out right than do that. So a subtle draw is all one needs, is all one can really afford on that hole. And yeah, I've just never done it. I always leave it out to the right. And then I always end up with that blind approach shot, and I usually end up, for some reason, I usually end up in the bunker just before the green. So yeah, the one that I passed up while I was narrating the approach to the hole there, just because I couldn't believe I actually hit the green today. And then that bunker usually eats my lunch. But not today. Yeah, greened it and then sunk that 25-foot putt or whatever that was. It was a long putt for birdie. That was the best I ever played that hole. That's for sure. I mean, again, let's be honest here. Like I said on 18, that was all luck. I mean, I had to go over that tree for the approach, blind, no idea what happened to it. Turned out it was on the green, and then to sink that putt, that's just, yeah, awesome. And then 18, I was so excited about finally birdieing that hole that, I mean, I would have been happy with a par on 17, to be honest with you. I don't think I've ever even parred that hole before today. And then I birdied it. That's nice. And then what? Hit a nuclear drive down there. Not quite hitting the green, but still perfect position to get up. And then screwed up the chip into the bunker and couldn't get up and down. And ended up bogeying it anyway. But nevertheless, only 2 over on the back. I mean, yeah, I'm going to remember that back 9 for a long time. And then, what else? I bogeyed 15 today, didn't I? Yeah, I usually play 15 better than that, but not today. But that pop fly drive, so yeah, every once in a while I'll just get right under the ball on those jumbo tees, and typically that's about the right tee height for me, but sometimes I'll just get right under it and then hit it right there on the top of the club face. Just go straight up in the air. And yeah, it cost me a brush tee, unfortunately. Sucks. But what are you gonna do? That's why they keep making brush tees. So I can keep going and getting more. But yeah, so that left me kind of a long shot for the second shot to make that corner and then put the draw on it with the 8-iron when I wanted to leave it out, but didn't. And then yeah, had a little bit of a longer shot to get on the green. Flew the green. Yeah, had to chip back on. Chip back on was nice. Yeah, but then 2-putted. So what are you gonna do? But yeah, those were the only 2 kind of oddball holes on the course. But I mean, I gotta be honest with you, usually I miss a lot more putts than that on that course, because usually the greens are much faster than they were today. So yeah, I hit a above average amount of 3 putts on that course, and today I didn't. I was 2-putting, and then every once in a blue moon 1-putting. So that was really cool to be able to pull that off today. But yeah, so super round. So okay, course review, full course review. Let's start with the money. So $80, what I played today, that was with a cart, obviously. So, I think, like I said at the end of part 1, so I think Pine Creek is probably the most pristine public course, the coolest public course anyway, inside of Colorado Springs. You don't have to leave town for it. So yeah, that's probably why they get away with it. But personally, I think that's about $10 too high. Yeah, I think that's about a $70 course, really. But they do have twilight rates out there, and I think that the twilight rates drop down into the 60s. So yeah, twilight, that's reasonable for that course. I'd say that's a good price. And then yeah, walking, I can't remember what the differential is between walking and riding, but yeah, $80 for that course. That's a little steep, I'd say. Yeah, when I compare that to other courses in this greater area, I'd compare it to like Red Hawk Ridge, and Red Hawk Ridge has, you know, a whole lot of great scenery, just like um, just like Pine Creek does, stuff like that. Different scenery because it's up in Castle Rock and it's, you know, 40 minutes away from Colorado Springs. But I believe that's a cheaper course to play, and it's about the same quality, of course, I'd say. Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, the price I think is slightly too high, but still not so high where you break in the bank. It's worth going out there and playing for sure. Course condition, yeah, like I've mentioned several times before, the fairways were in great shape, I thought. The rough was a little thick, so yeah, more like tournament conditions rough out there, at least right now. And this is, what, the middle of August, literally August 15th, right in the middle. So yeah, the trouble out there, if you get into tall weeds, which I'm so thankful I wasn't, like, all day, I just kept getting play, which was great. But, and you notice I hit irons a lot more often than I hit driver today. I mean, I hit driver several times today, but yeah, not as often as I typically do, which was smart on my behalf, no doubt. But yeah, it's definitely a target golf course, that's for sure. You definitely want to keep it in play, because as soon as you get out into those weeds, there's a couple of spots where the weeds are sparse enough to allow you to find your ball, but yeah, a lot of holes, most of them, those weeds are real thick, and yeah, tall enough to where if you're in them, you're not going to find that ball. The only way you're going to find it is by chance. So yeah, stay out of the trouble. Let's see here, the staff out there. Staff's always been great. Every time I go out there, staff's always friendly. Friendly in a professional sort of way, I would say. You know, as opposed to, like, you know, Pueblo and Canyon City, where it's more like that sort of, you know, country hometown feel. And yeah, as opposed to like Shining Mountain. Shining Mountain, their staff out there, I always feel like I'm going home. Like I could just arrived at my second house when I go out to Shining Mountain. They've got some really good staff. But the staff over at Pine Creek, yeah, definitely some great folks, and yeah, not any kind of uppity at all. Just yeah, just good people out there to deal with, sure. The patrons out there, you know, I've actually played Pine Creek a fair amount of times, a lot, just because it's so close to me here, Colorado Springs. But anyway, every time I go out there, whether I'm getting paired up with somebody or I've got people in front of me, behind me, whatever, yeah, I can't recall a single time where I had a run-in with any patron of any sort that wasn't a pleasant one. The course tends to attract pretty cool people, I would say. Yeah. Yep. And me being a combat vet myself, a lot of vets play out there too. So of course I'm going to get along with my own people, right? So that's nice. Like today I was following a couple of guys that were also vets. So yeah, I'd catch up to them, yeah, frequently, and what was it, Jay and Mike, I think their names were. But yeah, they're good dudes, and it's not the first time I've run into vets out there, so we tend to get out there a lot. So if you do go out there and you tend to not be a very nice player yourself, we all know ourselves, right? Be honest with yourself. Yeah, I would be forewarned that you're probably out there with a lot of combat veterans. So, you know, maybe tone it down a bit. But anyway, so apart from that, the clubhouse is awesome. Yeah, it's on the small side as clubhouses go, I would say. It's small medium, yeah. But pro shop, decent enough. Yeah, the restaurant in there, your typical kind of bar and grill kind of restaurant. Patio area is kind of small, but the view from the patio area is awesome. So you're overlooking the 10th there, and then off to the left you got the driving range. So yeah, that view looking backwards off the 10th. I mean, the only other view that I can think of like that on a course out here would probably be Ridge of Castle Pines, where you're out there on their patio. They've got a really big patio. But yeah, looking at the backside there from Ridge of Castle Pines, the backside of their clubhouse. You get that nice view of the mountains and then the 10th hole. So very similar at Pine Creek. Let's see here. Yeah, I think that's about it. You know, I didn't visit the bar today, so I can't really comment on the bar. I'm not sure that I've ever. I mean, I've certainly had a beer or two out there, but I don't know that I've ever actually sat down at their bar there. Usually when I'm playing Pine Creek, it's kind of just a, oh, you know, feel like playing today, haven't made a tee time anywhere, let's go out and play Pine Creek, and then kind of a, you know, last minute thing, and and I don't really get out there to hang out much. Just go out there, play golf, and then go home. But I really should, yeah, go out there one of these days and hang out, actually sit down, have a meal, get a drink or two, and see what the kind of stuff they got behind that bar there. But let's see here, training facility. Okay, yeah. So the range there is probably my favorite range in town, if I'm being honest. Yeah, really cool. So elevated tee line there, if you will. But then the I don't know if it's unnecessarily so or not, but they take really good care of the driving range. So you're hitting out there onto grass. And I guess it's really nice so that you can, if you're going out there to train and you're trying to figure out, you know, your carry distance versus your rollout distance, then it's kind of nice to be hitting onto a sort of a more plush grass driving range so that you can get a better feel for that. And they've got that there for sure. So if you're going out to a range in the Colorado Springs area and you're trying to dial in your numbers with respect to those two things, your carry and your rollout distances, then yeah, Pine Creek is where I would go to get dialed in, for sure. Putting green out there is great. Yeah, the practice green. It's sliceable enough. Yeah, I can't remember how many holes they have on that now, but yeah, and it's very close, I would say, to the course itself on any given day. Yeah, whatever the practice green is rolling, that's about what the course is going to be rolling too, which is always nice. And then the chipping green out there is really nice as well. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, uphill chips, downhill chips. So they put it in this location on the property that kind of lets you practice a little bit of everything, I'd say. The only other chipping green that I would say would top Pine Creek in Colorado Springs would be the chipping greens on the Air Force Academy. So the Air Force Academy's got really nice chipping practice greens to get dialed in there. And actually, they got a really nice driving range too. And the putting green's kind of small, but I think they're constructing a new putting green out there. It's going to be much larger. So, yeah. But not everyone can get on the Air Force Academy. So, yeah. That is what it is. So, yeah, that's, I think that's about it. So, anyway, with that, my all-around recommendation for Pine Creek, yeah, I'd go play it. And but if you want to go play and feel like you got your money's worth, then I would probably seek to play Twilight rates, because I think those are a little more fair for what you're getting out there. And yeah, if you pay primetime golf out there, just regular rates, then you're gonna have a good time. It's a nice course. You're gonna like it. But I feel like you're going to leave the course thinking, $80 for that was a little steep. So, but maybe not. Maybe you like it more than I do, and you think, oh yeah, that was worth every penny. And you should definitely go check it out. Either way, you should definitely go check out Pine Creek. It's excellent, an excellent course to play down here in Colorado Springs. So with that, I'll thank you guys again for visiting us at Midgard Golf. And drop us a like and subscribe if you feel so inclined. And if not, as always, thanks for visiting us anyway. And we hope to see you back. And with that, have a wonderful day.